morning. I want to introduce myself, Ann Heekin. I'm the Executive Director of the Don Bosco Community Center, and my partner, Carmen Linero, who runs our soup kitchen and food pantry programs. We're here because we've been grateful to be selected as one of their agencies that they will be encouraging people to support this summer. And I want to begin, before we get into the details of the food programs themselves, just with some quick background on who we are. We are known as the Salesians of Don Bosco, and we are currently the second largest religious order in the world. And our mission, which began in 200 years ago, 200 plus years ago, has always been to, and continues to be, to serve the poor, in particular poor youth and their families. And we do this in a range of ways. We do it with feeding programs, which is what's going to be our focus today, but also educational programs. We run many schools around the world, access to day jobs with our worker programs, and the experience of the community is really the teachings of St. John Bosco, who is our founder, and who gave his life to serving the poor, in particular poor youth, and helping to advance them in terms of the quality of life that they were capable of creating for themselves. I want to introduce somebody who's very central to the work of the Salesians of Don Bosco in Portchester, New York, and that's Carmen Linero. Carmen is the lead person in our food pantry and our soup kitchen, and has been, very, very influential in building up those programs over the last, 5 years or so, would you say? Mm-hmm. And just, doing as much as we can and all that we can to meet the needs of the people. So it's not just what we think the community needs, but knowing the community enough, being involved with the community as she is, so that we can really serve them in the best way possible. So Carmen, tell us a little bit about this program, Food Pantry and Soup Kitchen. How do they work, and who's coming to those programs?
Okay, mainly people who came here is from Portchester.
Okay.
And also we have a lot of people from another Westchester County towns or Connecticut.
And why is that? Why are we seeing sort of this overflow from other surrounding towns?
Well, they said that we have more fresh produce.
Oh, okay.
And more healthy products also.
Okay.
So they're coming from Mount Vernon, White Plains,
Yes.
Stanford.
And I guess some of the pantries have closed.
Well, yes, there is a lot of pantries that are closed.
That are closed,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Right. That's what I was hearing. So so they come you can come for lunch each day, right? Monday through Friday.
Yes. Also, we have the soup kitchen. We have the lunch now for takeout, and we serve a lot of people also from different places. We serve 11:30, and we serve close to 250 meals per day.
50?
250
Okay.
meals per day, Monday to Friday, and the people came from all over
Yes.
the same places. Yes,
It's good food. So people,
Yes, it's good
the
food.
word gets out.
yes.
And I also want to say too that we're not just like making bologna sandwiches downstairs, right?
No,
we're
we-
cooking a home cooked
yeah.
meal.
Yes, we cook like a home meal,
Yes.
like a Hispanic home meal,
Right, right.
like the soup, the rice, the
Right.
meat or chicken or beef or anything we have, and vegetables, salad.
Right.
Always we have some kind of dessert, like
Mhm.
fruit or some sweet something.
Right. So we're really committed to not only putting food in front of people, but making sure it's nutritious,
Yes.
balanced,
Yes.
and making sure that they enjoy it, right?
Yes,
You know, because
that's
sometimes
very
you
important,
can see these takeouts, and it's like, well,
Mhm.
maybe I'm not hungry after all, right?
No,
Because
yeah.
it's not as
Yes.
appealing. How have you seen, or what's been the impact of the coronavirus on, you know, the food pantry and the soup kitchen? I mean,
Oh,
what's-
the lunch is more. There's more people. Like now, normally in the summer we have a very low numbers, but
Right.
right now we have more than the winter time,
Mhm.
and that's because the guys
Aren't going out to work.
Yes,
right?
they don't have a job, so or they have some days, not
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
The parents or the moms coming for lunch for the family because they don't have they are not working.
Right.
So we serve
Yes.
families or the single
Mhm.
man that they don't have jobs.
Yeah, and you know the reality of it's like the COVID, you know, colliding with unemployment, right?
Yes.
And of course, it's caused the unemployment, but it's you know it's created such a more challenging situation for taking care of our communities. In addition to the schools being closed, and so
Yeah.
our children that normally have breakfast and lunch
Yeah.
at school, right, are now home, and
Mhm.
you know mom has to provide for for that child to have a decent meal, a main meal and breakfast.
Mhm.
So there's so much more, in terms of the role of the parents who are not working and don't have the money that they once earned
Mhm.
to now be even more responsible for more meals
Yes.
in their family.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's really very, very trying. What do you think are the most important items? People listening to this video are hopefully going to be inspired to either donate to us or provide food items. What do you think are the most top 5 items that you think are always necessary in our food pantry?
Well, there's rice is very important. The beans like black beans,
Mhm.
cereal, pasta,
Mhm.
tuna fish.
Mhm.
That's we can keep on
Right.
pantry.
So those are the staples, right?
Yes,
Like if you
yes.
have, if any one of us has those items in our cupboards,
Mhm.
we can make a meal,
Yes.
right? We don't
Yes.
need something that's fresh or can be from the dry goods that we have, and so that's something else that we want our listeners to know, that there are these specific items that if you're thinking of coming and donating and being part of the donation day here at Don Bosco, that those are really the most important ones. And obviously, the more we have of those different items, the better.
Yes.
Right? If we just
Yes.
have 10 of one and 5 of another, we really can't serve
Mhm.
the number of people who are
Mhm,
coming to us
mhm.
every day. So I guess the last question is, what would you like the volunteers or future volunteers that are listening to us today? What would you like them to know about food insecurity in Portchester, and how they can help? How significant is the food insecurity in our community, and what ways can people be a real support system to us in making sure that we can continue to make sure that nobody goes hungry?
Well, they need to know that the purchaser is a migrant town,
Yes.
and they don't have jobs, so they need food every day. We have a lot of families, big families, and the food is expensive. They don't have jobs. Some families, both parents, they are not working. I think so to provide food, to bring us food. We can provide them the correct pantry.
Yes.
Yes.
And I would think too, as I'm listening to you, that part of any one of us, not getting infected with this COVID virus, part of it is the safety of wearing, the mask and washing your hands, but it's also having access to good nutrition.
Yes.
If you're not getting the right, foods in your system, then you're more likely, or if you're going hungry, you're going to be more likely to be vulnerable to catching this virus. So it's really it's very much connected. The situation we're in today with COVID, and the need. One way to control COVID, right? And we're not medical people, but one way to control it, or at least keep it low rather than higher, is to make sure that people have access to healthy meals on a daily basis, so that's really makes what we're doing I think every day what we're doing is pretty remarkable, but during this time in particular, and you must feel that, right? Just the sheer numbers of people that are coming, and how do you, just as a final question, more personal, how do you handle all this? I mean, with so much need coming at you every day, and people coming, because I see, people come in and they want to talk to you and they want to explain their situation. I mean, how do you keep it together day in and day out?
Well, I think so. If you are in this job, you need to listen to people, and if you are capable to help them, you need to help them. If you are not, you don't have the answer, you give a hope to them that you are going to find the answer. Sometimes you don't have the answer, like find a job or something,
right?
But you can give them food, and that'll help a lot.
Right.
So I think so. You need to keep the hope to everybody.
So it's we're providing food and more, right?
Yes.
Food and hope, food and encouragement, and the combination of that keeps people sustain people during this time.
Yes.
So thank you, Carmen, and thank you everyone who's watching this video. September 11th is the date we'll be here running a donation program, a curbside donation. We look forward to meeting you, and we appreciate your support. Have a great day.